On this episode of Break Up to Wake Up, getting back to business.
Were you having an awareness of losing your power, losing
Absolutely.
your agency?
Yeah, I know I lost my power. This is the day. The day I knew I lost my power was when I did not have enough money to go get some food or something. And she comforted me in the situation, but it made me realize yo, you haven't been on your shit. You've been up this girl ass so much. Yeah. You can't even go buy food for yourself. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you straight, gay, bi, whoever you are. It's hard dating out here for real. So
yeah, I've definitely got some stories,
Yeah. Especially in my community, everybody be dating each other, and that's another reason why I really don't be big on dating here. Cause I don't want to date somebody who's dating everybody.
There's a lot of intermingling with the community. Yeah, I know. Yeah, a lot of the people that I know, they just date long distance because they just don't even want to.
I'm not doing that either.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
I've been thinking about relocating though.
Ooh, where's next?
Think about going back to DC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to LA, but we about to go into a recession.
Yeah.
So if I gotta go back and live with my mama for 6 months.
That's what this is.
So I'm gonna have to do it.
It's very common. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, I said if I don't find a job by March 1st, I'm up out of Atlanta. So I'm out of here.
Which of your hats are you looking for a job in?
Production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, event production, coordination. I feel like that's in a career space. I feel like that'll be the best space for me to be in.
Cool.
Especially because that's where I got. My nonprofit, I have a lot of experience with throwing events and doing creative and innovative things. And I'm in the interview process for a couple of things, but Lord, I would like to be in the interview process for a whole lot more. Yeah. I've been applying for jobs for the last 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really, really difficult task, especially being a creative, and finding something. I'm not the type of person to just settle, but at the same time, man, you just gotta keep applying, but I'm running out of jobs to apply for. You know what I'm saying? And I've definitely been getting a bunch of rejection stuff, which is fine because that's God blessing me and telling me that's not for me. But I would definitely like some type of consistency in my life, especially not having any consistency since the pandemic started.
Yeah. I probably filled out 300 job applications over the past 2 years.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I've definitely applied for about around the same.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's worse than in Atlanta. The only thing worse than
dating
in Atlanta is finding a good job.
Yeah, a good you job. Can find a job. You can find a good job because I'm cute, but I ain't no.
Wait,
spandex and
what's spandex?
You know what I'm talking about? Fishnet spandex. I wear a bodysuit, but I ain't no bodysuit girl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Those are girls that's making real money out here when they can't go find a job for real. And they thriving, they making real money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to them girls. No shade to them. I'm just not one of them girls, so I'm not afforded that. Even if I go into a restaurant, I still, especially as a queer woman, I feel like it just be find a job be real hard for real. Yeah. People already got their opinions of you and stuff like that. People be thinking I want them. I don't want them at all. Yeah. I just want to work. I just want to make some money. Yeah. But you deal with it. People say they don't discriminate, but they do.
They do. Yeah. People have bias.
Oh yeah, indeed. I see. I am very clairvoyant and empathetic. I know what people think and how they feel. I mean, it is what it is, and that's like I said. This is God protecting me away from. Yeah. What's not for me.
Okay. Well, everything that is meant for you is on the way.
Oh, listen. Something on the way soon because I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep pushing every button to the door open. Yeah. You start hitting the elevator button. Which one is the door open on?
So you described this person as emotionally abusive towards you. Were you aware of that during the relationship? Oh, so it wasn't until afterwards you was looking back wow.
I had no idea. My friends didn't like her and I didn't know why. She's great. What do you mean? You don't like her? We love somebody so much we overlook everything. And it was just emotionally abusive. I didn't realize it was emotionally abusive until I was able to step outside of the relationship. Like the not going to work and the then saying then said I'm a broke nigga. Then pretty much isolated me from my friends. Only hanging out with you and your friends. You know what I'm saying? It was only doing what you want to do. And that's where the emotional abuse, I think, lied. I mean, she definitely had a tongue on her. She verbally abusive too. Really knew how to hit them buttons where it hurt, And I think that also stemmed from her own hurt. You know, like I said, I have accountability in the situation, but maybe because I am so empathetic, I could tell with stuff that shit happened in her life that was triggering her that had nothing to do with me, but she was taking it out on me, you know?
Yeah.
Of like life stuff before I even had met her.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's where I struggle with too. Like, it's really difficult for me to like be judgmental, and it's like I had to like teach myself to like it's okay to be judgmental. You're judging how well a person is a partner to you, but it was like really difficult for me personally because I know that I am not a person who's really experienced a lot of like hardship or like a tumultuous childhood. Like, my parents are still married, you know what I'm saying? And so when I know someone had a really hard childhood or went through a lot of tumultuous things or has this intense trauma, it's really difficult for me to like judge them and hold them accountable for the way that they act towards me now. Because I'm like, if I had been through that, I don't know what kind of person I would be. So how can I sit here and judge you?
I think that was one of the things that we trauma bonded. You know, she didn't have a great upbringing. I didn't really have the best. I mean, shout out to my mom. She did her thing, you know, the best she could. But I didn't have really particularly have the best upbringing either. And I think we kind of trauma bonded on that. And we went from rags to semi-riches. You know, we both ended up going to two of the top schools in the country, you know, and like coming from where we came from and things like that. So I think that trauma bond eventually led us to, you know, a connection that I think it was necessary because I grew a lot. And I think we both learned, like I said, we both are amicable now. I'm not entirely innocent, you know, I don't really know everything I may have done to her that was hurtful to her as well. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I was kind of immature. Like, one time I let my man smash this girl in my bed. I didn't think it was that serious. But I was like 24, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
23 at the time.
This was your bed or this was y'all's bed?
Like, y'all bed.
Okay.
And most of the time we were sleeping at her crib.
Oh, okay.
She literally had probably slept in my bed a total of 8 times in our whole entire 2-year relationship. We slept in her bed every day. Yeah. You feel me? So I was like, it ain't that serious. My man's in town. He trying to...
Yeah, like, I'm doing him a favor. Like,
yeah, it was nothing. And he the gang, you know what I'm saying? So, but I realized that was very immature of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why did I do that? Oh, y'all grow.
Yeah, me too. So when you were kind of moving to the space of becoming like really dependent on her, was that like was that scary? Because I find that scary. Because like, were you having an awareness of like losing your power, like losing your agency?
Yeah, I knew I lost my power. This is the day I knew I lost my power was when I did not have enough money to like go get some food or something, and she was just like, you know, she comforted me in the situation, but it made me realize, like, yo, you haven't been on your shit. You can't even go buy food right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been up this girl ass so much. You can't even go buy food for yourself right now. You know, and that's when it hit me, like
dang.
That's when it hit me, like, oh, shit, all right, like, I'm spending way too much time with her. And I would try to, you know, pull back, but that's when the push and the pull started. Yeah. That's when the... You know, like, where are you going? Like, why did you want to go work? Like, don't worry about it. I'm the breadwinner. I'd be like, yo, you literally told me I'm a broke ass nigga, so I'm gonna go outside. I'm not gonna be a broke ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I think with that, it was just like, I think for her, I was a sense of comfort because I would show up in so many type of ways on an emotional space, you know, and I would come to her school and do prep, and we'd watch the same show every Sunday, and you know what I'm saying? We had like a consistent routine and a schedule down. She wanted me to go get something, I'm running to the store and I'm going to go get it. She don't gotta go. And that's just who I am as a lover. You know what I'm saying? Who I am as a lover is like, I don't want my partner to like really lift a finger unless they want to. Like, I don't want them to do nothing they don't want to do. So if you want me to go do something for you, I have no problem going around and go do that. And I think that I realized I had lost that power when it was not necessarily voluntary for me to go do something else. Yeah. You know? Okay. Like, I had met, this is a perfect example, I had met Dave East, right? Before Dave East became real famous. I'm talking like KD Dave East. Yeah. Right? So I had went to his meet and greet, and after I came back from the meet and greet, he was like, oh, like, you the only person here. Come smoke with us later. I'm like, shit, all right, like, fuck, it's Dave East. Oh, you know, at this time I wasn't rapping. I wasn't doing none of that. I was just like
It was
a
just
fan.
cool,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is cool as shit. Like a rapper told me to come hang out. Like I hang out with Matt. You know, man. I went back. I told her, I'm like, yo, he told me to pull up. Da da da. She's like, you thirsty as shit. You not going nowhere. What the fuck? You a groupie ass bitch. Like, yeah, it was great. I was like, damn. I mean, he is fine, but I just want.
Yeah, but it
I
was
just wanted to
cool
go hang out. Like,
experience.
I just wanted to go smoke with Dave and say I was supposed to.
It was just a cool
And
thing.
she was just like, you think he is attractive, and you're telling me you want. I'm like, I get why you jealous, but like, bro, I just want to go smoke with Dave E. Like,
yeah,
you tripping? Like this nigga ain't even gonna remember me after the day. Like, I'm gonna be a blur in his mind. He ain't gonna remember me. And that moment made me realize, like, damn, like I'm in over my head. I don't have control of this relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no control over me because what I do, I set my ass in that house that whole night, and I was mad, but I ain't go nowhere.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that was just. Now, even like another reason I realized I lost control of the relationship, like that's why I used to work for Adidas, and I used to be real big on social media. Like, if I didn't have this relationship, I feel like I would be a lot more places that I probably should be than where I am now. But at the same time, you live your life, and you know, we have free will. So
yeah, and
but
things happen how they're.
I remember times of wanting to put stuff on social media and be on social media, and I'm thirsty. I'm needy for attention. So now you can even see now on my social media, I barely even post no more. It was a point where I almost didn't post for 6 months at one point in time because of being in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I have not gotten back to myself. And I think this year I'm gonna commit to myself to get back to who I was before that one relationship. Because that was now 6 years that we've been broken up. So that's now said 8 years since who I was on social media, just constantly posting and being out there, being active. And of course, social media is different now. But if I would have been who I was at that time on social media consistently over the last 8 years, man, it's no telling who I would be right now, you know. And I also, like, the last 2 years dealt with like a lot of anxiety and self-doubt and negative thinking, bad faith, you know, things like that. And now I'm getting myself out of it, and I'm like, I'm really that girl. Like, why do I keep doing this to myself?
Why are you down yourself?
I have no
I'm
idea.
Not pouring into
but I think
you.
it's sometimes that it's that little gnat. I don't know if you've seen that show called Big Mouth. And you know they got the I think it's Human Resources, and they talk about that little gnat that be in your ear. And I feel like I got a lot of gnats that be in my ear. I don't know if it's from a Virgo and I be in my head, but I think that a product of that relationship was that gnat in my ear. That you ain't shit. You broke your shit. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? And it surfaces. I might be doing well, and it'll surface up. And then next thing I know, I'm with the guilt king. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm this self-dope homie, and now I'm back at square one. And I'm at a point right now. Shout outs to Capricorn season that just passed, because that had me motivated to get this bag. Shout outs to Aquarius season. I don't mean to be blowing up the show, you know.
No, go ahead.
But shout outs to Aquarius season, because that's the season of responsibilities and actually tracking what's really for you and what's not for you. So I think I'm going to look at this year more in an astrological sense of what does each season bring you, and I'm going to move accordingly to that. And that old relationship stuff, it's off me.
And structure does a lot, like having a structure like this season is for this season is for this. Like
I just recently read the 12-week year, and I really love that book. Okay. I think I'm gonna start it on in the beginning of the next month.
I will add that to my Kindle.
You really should.
12-week year.
So good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the beginning of my next month, and I'm gonna start then. And I'm gonna just see how the next 12 weeks goes, and I'm gonna conquer it and knock it out, because I really owe it to myself to just see how far I can go. You know?
Yeah.
And I think the other issue I've been having with relationships, even in the current one that I'm dating now, is that I commit too much of my time to other people. You know, and maybe that's why we might be going through our little weird space today. Because I woke up this morning, I read a text message, it was outdated for me to respond, and I got up and just got to hustling today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that person's not used to me,
like, not being immediately available.
Or even just responding as soon as I wake up. And my response was totally different today than it was in an average day. And I could understand, you know, break of consistency, but I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I feel like that's like that
today,
weird.
I'm going to LA in a couple days, so I need to.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like that. It's like, I don't know. Dating is sometimes a weird battle, because it's like you can't have all of yourself when you are dating, or and especially in a relationship. Like, you that other person needs something from you, and so it can't. It's like not all about you and you know.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I think I realized in my current relationship that I think the gnat that I still had in my ear from the person I dated like 2 years ago was very verbally abusive toward me as well, but just constantly like over small stuff trying to tell me that I was this, like for instance, one time I was I can never forget this story. Like one time she was dropping off a rental car and I was with her, and there was like some receipts in the cup holder, and she was paying with cash, so she had to go in the gas station to pay with the gas anyways. And she gets back in the car and like cusses me out, but is like angry, pissed off at me because I did not throw away the receipts that were in the cup holder for her. And I was like,
your job?
yeah, I was like, you already had to get out of the car to pay for the gas. Why did you not? No, no. So it was like, yeah, it was. So situations like that, she would be like, you're so inconsiderate. You never think about anyone but yourself. You lack basic human decency, like stuff like that. Or so I just like would like, yeah. So I would just.
Lack basic decency to fuck out this car.
Yeah, so I just
can't deal. See, I told you I'm doing arguing.
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
What exactly? Yeah, so I feel like that just kind of like, even though I knew she was wrong and I knew it was messed up, that still just like stuck with me because I was dating her for a while, and I was just like, I feel like it was really hard for me to like feel like I'm doing enough for the next person, because for her, she wanted me to be.
I would never tolerate somebody talking to me a certain type of way.
Oof, yeah, like she just made me feel like I have to constantly be on. Like I have to constantly be ready to help you, attend to you, be what you need, be what you're asking for. And like she was a Capricorn. Yeah, wants me to like anticipate your needs before they happen. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, I love these Gemini. No, we see little Virgos. Virgos and Geminis, we like this. We really just click. We like in my opinion, we're the two most misunderstood signs.
I agree.
We're very misunderstood. Yeah. I'm sorry that had to be your experience though.
Yeah, so I think it took me a while to like realize that like I do not need to always be on for someone to be a good partner. So like that was like the little gnat in my ear for a while.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna stop accepting the bare minimum, and I'm gonna start providing what's being received. And then we're gonna see how that goes and being received. Yeah. I'm gonna give you what you give me, and people don't like that sometimes, but I think from today moving forward, that's what I have to do in order to protect my heart and really get what I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm willing to give a lot, but is somebody willing to give that to me?
So describe, however brief or in detail you would like, what was the last day? Like what happened that day that caused the breakup to happen? And
well, I got you already. We had already broken up. We were already broken up. We kept trying to. She didn't want to do the long distance thing. I was very naive. I wanted to do the long distance thing. She had came out to New York for Valentine's Day, and we got in a argument. We were having relations, and I realized that she had a relationship with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, cause I'm so in tune with my partner's body when that's us, and I could just tell by our interaction that she had been with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I can't fuck with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm not gonna lie, I had been with somebody else too, but I'm just like that type of person. I'm like, nah. And then we had argued. It was just like that day. It was like, yo, this is Valentine's Day, we arguing? Like, yo, my G, like, I didn't try to work it out with you so many ways, and we argue on a Valentine's Day? Like, I think for both of us, like, we both was like, we can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? We both genuinely agree, like, yo, I love you and you love me too, but we're not good for each other. Like, we literally do not need to be with each other. And when we did that, I think that very day we knew that it was over, but that's what allowed us to be amicable in the future, because I think that was the day we kind of both just was like, yo, I give up. Like, let me just go ahead and give up, because this ain't for us.
This is just not, we fighting a losing battle here.
Yeah, I think that was our Valentine's Day 2017. That was our, it's over with.
On the next episode of Break Up to Wake Up, loving yourself for real.
First girl I came back to dating was an Aquarius. Terrible decision. I need to stay away from Aquarius.
Yeah. And Aquarius, took me on a first date to
And they ghosted you.
her ex's birthday party.
And then ghosted you.
And no, actually didn't. Actually asked me why I left. And I was like, you don't know why I left when you took me to your ex-girlfriend's birthday party for a first date? I was like, you thought I was gonna just sit there?
You're like, come be my rebound. Come show her that I'm over her.